to always appreciate the importance of recognizing misalignment in relationships and embracing new connections. In the journey of life, we inevitably encounter a wide variety of people. Some of these individuals that bring light and positivity, and others may just very well drain our energy, misalign with our values, and cause us nothing but chaos. So, when we have relationships that no longer serve us, particularly those individuals that are selfish, immature, spiritually ignorant, there might even be mental illness or a fundamental unwillingness to grow. And having these people in our lives keeps us from becoming the very best versions of ourselves, the ones that are vibrating at higher and higher frequencies, that are resonating with more meaningful connections. And so we have to recognize this misalignment. We have to free ourselves from the toxic dynamics of these alignments and move forward towards relationships that nurture and elevate us. One of the common scenarios that leads to misalignment in relationships is, individuals that are egocentric and they put themselves first at the expense of others. These people are self-centered, domineering, thinking about their own needs and desires, disregarding everyone else, emotionally, practically. And in such relationships, you may feel like you're constantly giving and sacrificing only to be met with disregard, exploitation. These individuals are probably not empathic, and their actions reflect a deep sense of entitlement. And so, whatever red flags you might be facing because you're maybe so caught up in this person, you have to recognize at some point that they're just not for you. And so, that's the point where you have to realize you need to just break away and encounter individuals who are emotionally mature, people who can take responsibility for their actions, people who can regulate their emotions, people who can empathize with others. When you have people who are the opposite, these people act out. They want to get into confrontations. They want to cause chaos and all sorts of insane scenarios that are just absolutely wrong, and they emotionally exhaust you. So, in the presence of these emotionally immature people, growth and resolution just simply aren't possible. And this just becomes a cycle of unmet needs and unresolved conflicts, and it doesn't help you any way whatsoever. So, and you also have to realize there are a lot of people that are diagnosed with mental illness. I mean, I always have a statistic saying that 1 out of 2 people you meet might have some condition for something, no matter how small it might be. And so we have to recognize that mental health is something we don't address in America very well. And if people are going to have erratic behavior, mood swings, inability to communicate, wounded inner children, and they're just extremely emotionally volatile. They're inappropriate. People may laugh at them and think it's funny, but it's not really funny because these people are generally sick in the head. And so compassion is all well and good, but not at the sacrifice of you making yourself miserable. They're just some people that have mean spiritedness in them, and they're completely misaligned. And the more you get used to it, the more you tend to internalize all the harm and the damage that they're going to be causing you, because they're overtly cruel, they're aggressive, they're belittling, they're undermining, they're really insecure inside, they have a desire to control, and they don't trust. You can't make meaningful connections with them because the atmosphere just becomes totally toxic, and they always have to get one up on you. They're always like, "Oh, you didn't get me, I got you." And so that's the point where you really need to realize you just got to distance yourself. You can't fix these people. Get away from the negativity. Go to things that are healthy. And healthy sometimes can seem boring, but you're gonna have people who maybe they're a little weird, and maybe they're not really your ideal scenario of what you think you might need in this world. But those people that are a little boring or a little annoying, or they're certainly a lot better than the chaos they're going to get with these other folks that just simply think that everyone owes them everything, and that they can just sit there and plot on find ways to just mess you up and drive you nuts, and then want to blame everything on you. Right? No, it's not me, it's you. You know, and you really have to be careful of these people because sociopathic, psychopathic, sociopathic people tend to act out and cause drama. Psychopathic people are quiet and you don't know what they're up to, and they could be plotting your downfall. Like they're playing a chess game. And so you really have to be careful with those kind of people because you won't be able to see it until the end. So you really have to just be very vigilant on not going forward people who are hopeless and pessimistic, You want to let go of those unhealthy relationships and look to meet individuals who align with our authentic selves, encourage our growth, who are optimistic and very hopeful. They need to speak the same love language. Um, Love in its purest form is not about fixing or changing anyone. It's about mutual respect. It's about understanding. It's about shared growth. It's easy to fall into the trap of believing that we have to fix people. We have to endure the toxicity because we're healers. We're empaths. We're healers. I want to fix you. No, no, no. You can't fix anybody. They have to fix themselves. You need depth. You need fulfillment. You need genuine emotional connection, and you deserve more. And you don't deserve to just be abused over and over again, because these people will come and do that, and they will smile and they will act like everything's okay, and it's not okay. These people are terrorists, and you have to recognize that for who they are. So that's when you need to set your boundaries, very firm boundaries. You need to walk away from these toxic people. You need to trust the universe is going to bring you something new, something that's aligned, something that's for your highest good. These cycles that we've gone through for years and years of the same old bums and the same old losers. No, we're not doing that anymore. This is 2025 coming in. And I know a lot of people have their misgivings because of the way the elections went. Maybe some of you are completely happy about the new administration coming in. Maybe some of you are not. But regardless of this change and tumultuous situation that we're going through in this country, you still can be happy. You can still stop dealing with people who are misaligned with your values. Stop dealing with people who are selfish and immature. You need people who will not drain your energy and recognize that misalignment does you no good. It certainly doesn't do your children any good if you have children involved in these relationships either. You want new, positive, life affirming connections. You want limitless possibilities. You want love. You want to open yourself up to the abundance of meaningful, supported people you can trust. Through self awareness, through your faith in God, and the courage to move forward, you're going to create the life filled with love, joy, and alignment that you deserve. And you can't take no for an answer. One of the things you can't do is you can't second guess yourself, and you can't just be like, oh, well, maybe I'm making a mistake. No, you're not making a mistake. If you have an intuition, if you have a hunch, your hunch is right. Stop second guessing yourself. Stop thinking that maybe you missed something. You didn't miss anything, because a lot of times, sometimes people really will show you exactly who they are, and when they show you who you are, you have to believe them. And who they are, who you are, they're going to let you know. Sometimes they will say it and they'll laugh it off, and you're like, what did you just say? And you realize this person is giving me the red flags up front. They're not even hiding it. But if you are so head over heels in love, you can gloss right over it. You can ignore it. You can deny it. You can suppress it. You could be like, oh, we're going so great. That doesn't reconcile with something that's going great. Maybe it's just a bad day. It's not a bad day. Respect yourself. Put your foot down. Let these individuals know that you don't want them in your life anymore. Find people who will. And there are tons of people out there. You don't have to rush into everything, wholeheartedly. Like, oh my God, I'm running out of time. I need to do X, Y, and Z. No, take your time. Take your time. It's okay. Take your time. You don't have to go real fast. Take your sweet time and get to know people. Even if you have to be friends for as long as possible. If people don't want to be friends with you, they're like, hey, then you know what? Let them go. Because it's not even worth your time. If that's all they're about is, hey, blah, 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 I want to get into the sheets, then you know what? You say, well, then I guess you're looking for a different kind of relationship, because this is not where we're going. I want to investigate this further. I want to get to know you further. I want to do my background checks. I want to do my investigation. Make sure I'm not marrying someone who later turns out to be a psychopath, and then I have children with them, and then now I'm dealing with psychopath in court. So really, really and truly, think about the fact that you deserve more. You should have better boundaries. You should stop falling for the usual suspects. Think about what you value more, what you value highly, and choose wisely, because this is your life. And there are gonna be some people that come and they have contracts with you, but all of them are good. You can actually have people come in and give you contracts that are actually terrible, and you have to learn the lesson from those contracts, and you have to move on. You don't come with that contract to just keep going around and round and round. Once the contract is fulfilled, you let them go and you move on to the next one. And you wish them well. Maybe your spirit will see them in the afterlife, Who knows? But for now, treat yourself better. Advocate for better. You deserve better. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you're new here, this is a safe space. If you're returning, I love and appreciate you so much, and I'm glad that you're back. In the name of the Most High God, I wish you health, wealth, prosperity, and abundance. Blessings and protection. Signing off. Take care. Have a great day.